This video is part 4 of our custom countertop display. We'll start this video by creating a display from one of the new templates we saved in the user library. Then we'll make some customizations by first sending the design to Flexi. We are going to add a shape to the back of the display that we'll use as a pattern for a cutout. Next we'll send the design back to the box designer and use the Show Texture in Construction View option to make the image visible. Using a whole machine step we'll cut out our shape and finally we'll add this new display to our user library. If you're ready, let's get started.
Okay, since we've created our two designs with our countertop displays, I want to go into the library now and use one that I've already created. So I'm going to go to my little lightning bolt on the box over here to open up my catalog. And you can see I've already selected the, you can go between the standard and the user. And you can see my user has even more libraries in it, or categories. And here's the display that I made. And so I've got the two displays in there that were saved in my catalog. And I'm going to leave this one. I'm going to go back to this one here because I want to start with it. So I'll create it, and let me bring this up to where I can look at it. To start with, I'm going to modify that edge again at line, curve line, and I'll just drag that out to something that looks good. Then I'll go over to this one and use my Control R. So now I've got that curve. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to go to my back here, and I think what I'll do is curve it as well. And so if we look at this in 3D now, we have a new display here that we can use. And so I'm going to go into Construction View. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to send this to Flexi, and I'm going to show you another little trick here. Of course, you can illustrate this, and this, you got to remember that this will be the back side when it's folded up, so the two ends in the front would be right, but this back piece will actually show the back. It will show on the back. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm not going to actually illustrate it right now. I want to do something that kind of cool. I'm going to take this star and draw this star here. And then I'm going to grab the star and I'm going to kind of position it I'm just eyeballing it here. Of course you could get much closer, but I'm just trying to get a eyeball view of it. And so now I'm going to send this back over to the box designer, and as I said, this would probably be on the back of the box, but that's not what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to actually use this for a different reason. And so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in, let's just go into the textures, and if I go down here and say Show Texture in Construction View, now I'm going to go back to my construction view, turn off that textured box, go to my construction view, and you can see that I can now see the star in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a machine step, and I'm going to cut a hole. So let's click here, let me go around here. I'm just doing this quickly, and you can get as close as you want, or doing this and so I'm going to finish it right there. So I'll go back to that texture view, and I want to turn this off and so it doesn't show it anymore. And so now when I go to 3D, there we got a nice hole in the back of this one. So why don't we save this one? We'll go back here, counter, and we'll just say star on that one, and I'm going to add this to the library. Okay, so now I've got 3 displays in there, and I think what we'll do is we'll see what else we can do with this display. And so I'm going to actually I'll end this video, and then in the next video we'll look at something else that we can do to make our display different. So see you in the next video.